until she saw her grandmother dressed in a beautiful outfit she had never seen before that the girl finally realized her grandmother was going back to her own world. Even though she was reluctant to part, she still believed her grandmother leaving was the right choice. It turned out the girl knew her grandmother had traveled from the modern world. Back then her grandfather used his military achievements to get a royal decree to marry her and promised a lifetime of loyalty to just one person. For the next 40 years he kept his promise. He even remembered their anniversary every year and prepared surprises for her. And today the girl was about to enjoy the same happiness because her grandmother had set a rule for the family. All younger generations must follow monogamy, which kept the family free from internal scheming. But who could have expected? On the day the girl finalized her marriage, her grandfather returned victorious and suddenly brought back a woman, and bluntly said he wanted to take her as a concubine. Hearing he wanted a concubine, and all just to repay kindness, immediately angered the grandmother. After all, there are many ways to repay a favor, but at that moment the grandfather stopped pretending. 40 years of loyalty to one woman. He believed he had fulfilled his promise. Now he was not asking for permission but simply informing everyone. What shocked the woman even more was that her eldest son, raised on modern values, actually supported his father in taking a concubine. Only then did the woman realize she had spent most of her life trying to change ancient thinking, yet in the end she was the one who looked like a joke. She told him if he wanted to marry then go ahead. From now on his life had nothing to do with her. Seeing her walk away without hesitation, the Duke did not stop her. No matter what, he would take this concubine today. That night the grandfather married the concubine. He thought he had found a second spring in his old age and vented all the frustration he held for 40 years. The next day, the concubine went to greet the grandmother according to custom, but was kicked out before she even entered. She stormed out in anger and happened to bump into the girl who came to see the grandmother. Seeing the girl did not salute her, she immediately put on airs.
否则只不过不当家主，他们的同意女生也在满意自己。What's up?
Seeing the girl ignore the concubine, the grandfather ordered her to kneel and apologize. When she refused, he raised his hand. Luckily, the grandmother arrived in time. The girl defended her grandmother. Back when the nation was unstable, he picked the wrong side, and it was the grandmother who sold her dowry to save him. 10 years ago during the plague, she created a special cure, which helped him rise from a general to duke. Yet the grandfather denied everything she said, saying he earned everything through hard work. After 40 years, he no longer wanted to hold back. Seeing the concubine look pitiful, he used a handkerchief the grandmother embroidered to wipe her tears, then casually tossed it on the floor. That shattered the grandmother's last bit of hope. She turned and left without hesitation, but the grandfather felt his authority was challenged. To prove who was the true head of the house, he brought servants in to smash things, yet the grandmother stayed calm, since she would be leaving soon anyway and could not take any of it with her. The grandfather shamelessly assumed that if she wanted to leave, she would have done so years ago. He believed she would never leave him, but the next second, the grandmother took out the household jade token, saying whoever wanted to run the house could have it. The grandfather still refused to back down. He believed with his military merit it made no difference who the mistress was, then handed the jade to the concubine. Little did he know his slap in the face was coming. When the concubine tried to win over servants by offering them $100 monthly, they mocked her openly and showed the jade hairpins and bracelets gifted by the grandmother, saying they came from her. Even servants handling sewage had fine jewelry, so they looked down on her $100. That night the grandmother took the girl to a secret room and showed her piles of treasure. Only then did the girl realize her grandmother had been hiding her wealth, and this was only a small part of it. The entire household survived thanks to her money. In less than 3 days, the concubine felt how hard life was because the grandmother had decided to return to the modern world. She wanted to take the girl with her, but the girl had lived here since birth, and this was her home, with people she cared about. So the grandmother did not force her, and gave her all the jewels, land deeds, and properties, ensuring she would never worry about life. Then she turned and changed into modern clothing. The girl had never seen her dressed like that. Before leaving, the grandmother told her never to wrong herself, and not let the era shape her, to live the life she wanted. The girl knew they would never meet again after today. She hugged her grandmother one last time. Even though she did not want to let go, she still respected her grandmother's choice. Meanwhile, the selfish grandfather suddenly felt uneasy and jumped up from the concubine's bed. It felt as if he saw his wife leaving forever, so he rushed out without thinking.